This is Best Erotic Thrillers of the 80s and 90s, Part 1. So far, April has been a big month for erotic thrillers. Not only has You Must Remember This come back for a new season on the Erotic 90s, Criterion Channel just recently released their erotic thrillers collection. So this seemed like the perfect opportunity to talk about one of my favorite subgenres. First up is Dream Lover. This movie is wild. It stars James Spader and Madgen Emick. Spader is no stranger to erotic films and has several in his filmography. This one has tons of twists and turns, and even when I thought I knew what was going on by the end, I was still really shocked. Next up is Single White Female. This one stars Bridget Fonda and Jennifer Jason Leigh as the most dysfunctional roommates you'll ever meet. Jennifer Jason Leigh is always great at playing really wild characters, so she was perfect playing an obsessive roommate. And this also has one of the wildest seduction turned murder scenes. Next is Wild Things. It's one of Neve Campbell's first really risque performances. It all centers around a detective who is embroiled in a case involving a school guidance counselor who's accused of raping two of his students. This is full of double crosses throughout the entire movie and has a stacked cast. It's Kevin Bacon, Matt Dillon, Denise Richards. Next is Eyes Wide Shut. Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise are married at the time. Cruise plays a man with the most fragile ego possible, to the point where all his wife has to do is mention that she had a fantasy about another man, and it sends him spiraling to the point where he almost puts himself in danger by getting embroiled with a sex cult. This has been parodied constantly because of its very iconic imagery. Next is an all-time favorite, Fatal Attraction, another movie that has a reputation for a reason. This is about possibly the worst one-night stand ever. This stars Michael Douglas, who is one of the kings of erotic thrillers. Big trigger warnings if you are an animal lover, because if you have not heard about the infamous rabbit scene, I suggest you don't look it up. No one does obsession quite like Glenn Close. Another hot and heavy one on the list is Body Heat. It's the classic tale of a woman who just wants her lover to murder her rich husband. Turner is perhaps the perfect femme fatale. That smoky voice, that gorgeous look, she is perfect in this sort of role. William Hurt also at his peak, so these two are incredibly good looking together. Make sure to stay tuned for part 2.